Please do not forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload next. David Graham, a beloved British actor known for lending his voice to iconic characters in Thunderbirds and Peppa Pig, has passed away at the age of 99. His voice touched generations, and his death marks the end of a remarkable journey. For decades, David was not just a voice actor but a storyteller whose work left a lasting impression on audiences young and old. Let's take a moment to remember the man who brought so many characters to life and reflect on how his career shaped the world of entertainment. Early years and love for acting. David Graham was born in London in 1925. From a young age, he was drawn to the magic of storytelling. He grew up during a time when radio was king, and television was still in its infancy. Listening to radio dramas, he fell in love with how voices could create entire worlds. It wasn't long before David knew he wanted to be a part of that world. However, like many of his generation, David's dreams were interrupted by the outbreak of World War II. He joined the military and served his country during one of the most turbulent times in modern history. After the war ended, David returned to his passion for acting, and he knew that nothing would stand in the way of pursuing his dreams. Breaking into voice acting. David's early career saw him performing on stage and in smaller television roles. It wasn't until the 1960s that his career took a dramatic turn. He was cast in the role of Parker, the charming butler and chauffeur, in the cult classic Thunderbirds. The show, produced by Jerry Anderson, was a science fiction adventure series that used puppetry and practical effects. Although the show's visual elements were captivating, it was the characters that truly connected with audiences, and Parker, with his memorable Cockney accent and witty one-liners, became one of the most beloved. Parker wasn't the only character David voiced on Thunderbirds. He also provided voices for Brains, the team's genius scientist, and various other characters throughout the series. His versatility and ability to shift between different personalities made him an essential part of the show's success. The magic of Thunderbirds. For many children growing up in the 1960s, Thunderbirds was more than just a TV show, it was an event. The story followed international rescue, a team dedicated to saving lives with the help of advanced technology and machines. The show was thrilling, and David's voice work was a major reason for its popularity. As Parker, he brought a sense of humor and warmth, while as Brains, he gave the character intelligence and heart. What made David's performances special was his ability to infuse humanity into every character. Parker was more than just a servant, he was witty, loyal, and kind. Brains was more than just a scientist, he was nervous, thoughtful, and deeply caring. Through his voice, David made sure that every character he portrayed felt like a real person, someone you could imagine knowing in real life. A new generation, Peppa Pig. Decades after Thunderbirds had become a household name, David continued to delight audiences with his voice work. In the 2000s, he joined the cast of Peppa Pig, a hugely popular children's series loved by kids worldwide. David voiced Grandpa Pig, the kind and knowledgeable grandfather who always had a story to tell. Peppa Pig introduced David to a new generation of fans. While Parker and Brains were exciting and dynamic characters, Grandpa Pig was warm, comforting, and funny in a more relaxed way. Children adored Grandpa Pig's gentle wisdom, and David's voice gave the character a depth that made him a fan favorite. By voicing characters like Parker, Brains, and Grandpa Pig, David Graham was able to span multiple generations of audiences. He became a rare actor who connected with both parents and children, each generation having their own fond memories of his work. A long and fruitful career. David's voice became synonymous with childhood for millions of people around the world. Over his long career, he voiced countless characters in other shows and films as well, always bringing the same level of care and dedication to his performances. He worked not just in animation but also in radio dramas and audiobooks, continuing to explore different ways to tell stories. He was a humble man, often downplaying his contribution to popular culture, but there was no denying his impact. When asked about his work on Thunderbirds, David once said, "I just wanted to do the job well." That simple approach to his craft made all the difference. His goal was never fame or recognition, but to breathe life into the characters he voiced. Remembering a legend. David Graham lived a long, full life, and his passing at the age of 99 marks the end of an era. For nearly a century, he shared his talent with the world, providing joy and entertainment to millions. From Thunderbirds to Peppa Pig, David's voice was a constant companion for children and adults alike. In his later years, he continued to work and give interviews about his experiences. Fans would often tell him how much his characters meant to them, and David would always smile graciously, knowing that he had made a real difference in people's lives. David's legacy will live on in the shows and films he worked on, in the voices of Parker, Brains, Grandpa Pig, and so many others. But more than that, his legacy lives on in the hearts of those who grew up listening to him. Whether through the excitement of Thunderbirds or the gentle humor of Peppa Pig, David Graham will always be remembered as a man who brought stories to life in the most magical way possible. A final goodbye. As we say goodbye to David Graham, we can take comfort in the fact that his work will continue to entertain and inspire. His characters have become timeless, their voices etched into our memories. David may be gone, but the stories he helped tell will continue to captivate new generations. For many of us, David Graham's voice was a part of our childhood. And though he is no longer with us, his work will remain, a reminder of the power of storytelling and the unique magic of voice acting. David Graham's life was a testament to the importance of bringing joy to others, and he will forever be remembered as one of the greats. Rest in peace, David, and thank you for all the stories. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to daily updates and never miss a video.